Often we say that sexuality and spirituality, or sexuality and source, are one and the same. And certainly in the way you are describing it, we would say that. But we also want to say that you can take the subject of sexuality just like you could take any subject, and you can talk about it from the framework of being in alignment with source or in resistance to source. It applies to all things. And so there is sexuality in alignment, and there is sexuality out of alignment. Now, we're going to take this, because of what you are asking and because of the depth of your vibration about it, to a place that we have not been before. And we want to talk about this you that was you before you even came forth into this physical experience. And you hear us say that you are non-physical energy, and that you projected a part of yourself into this physical body. And there was a tremendous amount of intentionality from that perspective. And part of the intention was the continuation of that which you be, in other words, the continuation of the species. All of those intentions that have to do with continuing and surviving are energy that is projected from non-physical. So then you are here in your physical body, and you are living life and expressing yourself. And so that continuum continues. And then the new energies that are born from that vantage point of that which you have come to. In other words, the future generations will benefit from what you all are flowing now. So the reason that we've backed up in that way to start explaining it from a more basic place is because we want you to realize that there was much already in your what you will manifest in this physical time-space reality vibrational escrow, even before you got here into your physical body, as was intended before from the non-physical vantage point. So, as you've been listening to us here today talk about hearing the call of source and coming toward it, the reason that you can't separate sexuality from that kind of alignment is because it can't be separated. It's all part of the same thing. Now, people do all kinds of things with that stream of energy that is calling, that makes it not feel like it could feel. And that's that resistance or fighting to go upstream that we've been talking about. And that's why we say you can take any subject, sexuality or any other subject, and you can split your energy about it. But when you are in alignment with who you are, in other words, tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and you are focused upon any subject, like the subject of sexuality, there is an experience that is sublime as a result of that. Everything is sensual or sexual in the sense that you are a physical being that is translating everything through vibration. So we think the reason that you are speaking as poignantly and poetically as you are about the subject of sexuality is because when one is in alignment with source and then devouring the deliciousness of this physical life, interpreting this physical life through your interpreters called eyes and interpreters called ears and nose and sensors of all kinds. As you are interpreting the vibration of this time-space reality through your connection with source, it is delicious. And your words, that is the most beautiful description of the sexual you that we've ever heard anyone speak. It is the way you feel as non-physical energy. Of course, sexuality means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. But we would acknowledge when two people come together and are both in alignment with source energy, and then they share the intimacy of what you in your physical terms call sexuality, there is not anything more expressive or expansive or good feeling than that either. Just like any masterminding or any coming together with like-minded beings. In other words, we talk all day, every day about you coming into alignment with you. And when you come into alignment with you, that is ecstasy. But when you come into alignment with you and then you co-create with another who is also in alignment, it is just a co-creation, and the alignment is just enhanced that much more, you see. We think the reason that you are talking about or wanting to know about the sexuality that does not include another. We think what you're talking about mostly, in other words, you could take the word sexuality out of it, although we are not asking you to, and just talk about alignment, just talk about closing the gap, just talk about being the expressive person who came from non-physical, who has lived life here, who has launched many rockets of desires on many subjects and has come into alignment. Many people, especially when they first begin meditation, find a sexual feeling about it, a feeling of alignment and well-being. And sometimes it bothers them because they want spirituality and sexuality to be different things. And we don't see how spirituality and alignment with Source should be separate from anything that you are. We want you to be the non-physical energy that you are while you live this life experience. So when you participate in anything in this physical body while you are in alignment with Source, everything is better. You see more clearly. You hear more clearly. Everything is interpreted clearly. Food tastes better. Things that touch your skin feel better. Everything inside and outside just feels better when you let every cell of your being be in alignment with the energy from which you come. Yes.